This post comes from a Redditor who narrowly escaped a life-changing encounter with a group of men who had sinister intentions. Two friends were enjoying the day wandering the neighborhood like they often did. As the sun began to set, their carefree day took a dark turn. A van pulled up beside them. Inside, a group of men offered them a ride. The girls, sensing something was wrong, declined. The men didn't take no for an answer and they persisted, insisting that the girls get in. Terrified, the girls started walking away, their pace quickening as the van slowly followed them. Panic set in and they knew they had to get away, but the men were relentless. Just as they felt trapped, the sound of a car approaching gave them the courage to run, sprinting until they reached the safety of a nearby house. The encounter ended without physical harm, but the psychological scars remained. The girls knew how close they came to being taken by those men. The Redditor recalls that moment with chilling clarity, thankful that a combination of instinct and timing allowed them to escape a fate too horrifying to imagine. This Redditor's story takes us into the heart of fear, when an unexpected visitor turns a quiet night into a waking nightmare. It was a typical night and the Redditor was home alone enjoying the quiet when they noticed something strange. A faint noise outside, almost like footsteps. Dismissing as the wind or an animal, they went about their evening. But then the noise grew louder. When they went to see what the noise was and peered out of their back window, what they saw sent chills down their spine. It was a man, standing in the shadows of their backyard, staring directly at them.
Hi, yeah, there's this guy just like standing outside my window, and he's just like looking up at the window. He's been there for about 30 minutes now, and he's male, maybe about, I don't know, maybe about 30, I guess. I can't tell. Yeah. It's in alley. My address is street. Yeah. Yeah, and he's just, he's been there for like 30 minutes and I don't know what to do. Yeah, so if you head down alley, right off of, you should be able to run right into him. I mean, he's basically right in the middle of the road. Yeah. Okay.
Paralyzed with fear, the Redditor didn't know what to do. The man didn't move, didn't speak, and just stood there, watching. Minutes felt like hours as they remained frozen in place, praying that the man would just go away. But he didn't. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, the man turned and disappeared into the darkness. The Redditor called the police, but by the time they arrived, the man was gone. No trace of him was ever found. To this day, the Redditor can't shake the feeling that he might return again one day. This Redditor experienced something in the forest that defies explanation, a dark figure that seemed to be more than just human. It was supposed to be a fun camping trip, and the Redditor and their friends ventured deep into the woods miles away from civilization to spend a weekend away from the hustle and bustle of life. As night fell, an unsettling feeling began to creep over the group. Around the campfire, they started hearing strange noises, branches snapping, leaves rustling, yet there was no wind. Then out of the corner of their eye, one of the friends saw it, a dark figure standing just beyond the tree line. It was unnaturally tall, and it seemed to be watching them. As the group stared in disbelief, the figure began to move, but not in a way that was human. It seemed as if it was gliding and floating through the trees, not making a sound. They quickly realized that it was no ordinary person. Whatever it was had an otherworldly presence that sent chills down their spines. A group of friends didn't stick around to see and find out what it was. They grabbed what they could and fled the campsite, leaving behind their gear. They didn't stop running until they were safely back in their car. The Redditor believes they encountered something supernatural, something that had been lurking in those woods but didn't want to risk finding out exactly what it was. This person shared a disturbing discovery of a secret room they found in their home that could have held a dark past and possibly something more sinister. They recently moved into an old house, one that had been in the neighborhood for decades. The house had character, quirky architecture, old woodwork, and mysterious charm. During their renovation of the house, they uncovered a dark secret. While knocking down a wall to create more space, they stumbled upon something completely unexpected. A hidden door, completely concealed behind the plaster. The door was old, worn, and gave off an ominous vibe. Curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to open it. Inside was a small room, no larger than a closet. The air was stale and the room had a damp, musty smell. What made the discovery truly terrifying were the items left behind. Old tattered clothes, a dusty mattress, and most disturbingly, a set of worn-out children's toys. It looked as though someone had been living there, hidden away without the previous owner's knowledge. After the discovery, the Redditor couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, that the room had possibly been used for something more sinister.